Hey guys, it's Alex.
It's Sam.
And today we're going to show you two separate looks that you can get from the Morphe Fall into Frost 35F palette.
This is the palette.
So in the video, we're just going to kind of like go over if there's any fallout, like just two separate looks that you can kind of get from it. And yep, we're going to get started with it. So I'm going to start off by using this little e.l.f. brush. I've had it for forever and I don't exactly know the name of it. And I'm going to go ahead and dig into this color right here at the bottom. It is called, these things have names on them, so it's called
Bliss.
Bliss. Sorry, mine is a little discombobulated.
For my look, I like to go for darker eye looks, and I use this Mary Kay eye crease brush. I don't know where I got it from, but I use it all the time.
So this is actually our first video, and it is a lot harder than what we thought because it's very awkward to talk to a camera. It makes you seem like you're crazy. Just a little bit about me. I am 22 and I am currently in college. Go to a university near where I live.
I am 16. I'm a junior in high school.
Say very awkward.
So the color that I used first was Fortune. It's one of the darker it's one of the few non-shimmery shades, and it's one of the darkest browns, right next to the black.
Sammy tends to go for darker eye looks than I do. I tend to go a little more like lighter or neutral, just because I'm not into crazy colors. She's a lot more edgy than I am. Kind of like to play it safe. And the color Bliss, I'm just kind of like rubbing it all over the eye, if you can tell, just kind of like starting that little base. There's no fallout on it, and I really like how it's a really good transition shade as well.
For my color, I like to just put it in the crease to darken up the crease, because I'll go back and put in more shimmery shades later. But I like to just darken the crease a little bit.
I'm also just getting over a cold, so I probably sound slightly nasally, but I promise it's not always like this.
And then I just like to take a blending eye brush. I have one from e.l.f. and I just like to blend that out even more. For this color, there's not like any fallout, so it's a good color.
So I am actually gonna start going into the color Illusion, which is right here in the palette. It's right next to Bliss, and I'm just gonna kind of start to build up that crease just a little bit. Again, I don't like to get too wild with my colors, but if you do personally, then Sam is gonna be a lot better to watch. Probably more interesting.
So the next color that I'm gonna go in with is called Gem. It is this color right here. It's a dark brown shimmery shade, and I'm gonna use my e.l.f. professional eye crease brush and just darken up the crease even more with this color.
So, I was also thinking, cause we like kind of just want to get the ball rolling with a YouTube channel and stuff like that, and we don't always just like want to do makeup reviews or like makeup tutorials and stuff like that. We have like a few different things that we are planning on doing, and so that stuff is in the works. We kind of want to be like a like we want to do like hair and skincare,
try on hauls,
stuff like that. Even do like some dollar store makeup stuff,
just like reviews on makeup or anything.
Yeah, so just kind of like keep it like lifestyle ish. So oh, look at that. If you can tell, we are sisters.
So what I'm finding out about the color Gem is that there is a little bit of fallout with the color, but it's not bad.
And we know that the lighting in here is not good, so basically you're just kind of like sitting here listening to us like go on and rant, and the lighting is terrible and you can't actually really see the eye look. I'm just gonna like close real fast for you. And in the lighting, even like we have like a little lamp over here, it's kind of wild. But even in the lighting, it really doesn't like look super great, but you know, if we kind of like get the ball rolling on this, we'll go ahead and we'll get some different lighting and we'll like change the setting up a little bit. Like we said, like this is just our first video, so we just kind of wanted to do something a little more like low-key and chill and fun, just so you guys could kind of like get a feel for it, and we could too.
I'm also gonna take the color Bliss with a blending brush and just help blend more, I guess. I don't know. I lighten it up and then I darken it.
See, if you could tell, like, Sammy's kind of going for more of, like, a red look, whereas I'm going for more of, like, an orange, like, a really light tan, beigey orange. I am actually so slow at blending that I'm still using the color Illusion in my crease. You can never blend too much or have too much of one color, I think, especially when you're using it in your crease. The thing I am noticing about Illusion is that pretty much every time that I'm dipping into it, I am tapping off just a little bit of extra, and it is kind of falling down the sink just a little bit. So it's not bad. I do have Max Fix Plus, and I'm sure that if you sprayed it on there, it would be a lot better, but here we are.
Lately I've been into like, ever since I got this palette, I've really been into like the purpley like red kind of look. So I think that the next color I'm going to dip into is going to be I think this one right here. It's called Ariel. And I'm just going to use the eye crease brush again.
Yeah, if you can't tell, we're like pretty boring. Most of the time we're actually hilarious. We do like to think so. But again, like this is our first video, and like talking into the camera and stuff like that is a little like awkward at first. So we're just gonna kind of you know, test the waters with it and just like kind of see how it goes. And while Samantha was talking, I did dip into this color right here, and that is Vintage on the palette. It's like the second row down, and it's a few colors in, and I'm just gonna take it on the outer crease and kind of just swirl it around just a little bit. I personally, for some reason, like my eyes here are like very hooded, so I tend to not like to do dark colors because I don't have small eyes, but it definitely makes my eyes look very, very squinty if I start to do dark colors. So that's the reason that I like to keep it light. I'm also super into shimmers, so what I'll do is I'll kind of hold off on like the dark stuff, and most of the time I'll just go a little heavier with the shimmers, but I also have a decently loud personality, so maybe that's why.
Very.
Sam is a lot more reserved than I am, which, like, you wouldn't think so because her eye looks are so wild and she's so good at it. But, Yeah, so I am, again, just kind of going over what I used with Illusion and just kind of going over, and going just a little higher with it on the outer corner of my eye.
As she was talking, and I was using the shade Ariel, there was a little bit of fallout, but it wasn't, like, too bad. But it was still there. And then I'm just blending it in with the blending eyeshadow brush. Again. I blend a lot when I do my eye looks.
I do too. Like, I could blend until, like, my wrist is cramping.
Oh, I feel that one.
It is so rough. At the end of the video, we'll go ahead and we'll do, like, a little close-up of the finished product. And, you'll be able to see a lot better. So, if you have actually stuck around for this entire video,
thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. We understand that it's something else.
Little different.
I also, whenever I do my eyeshadow, I tend to be just, like, slightly messy with it, especially, as you all know, if there's, like, a little bit of fallout. So what I do is I like to do, like, my face makeup first, and I'll do, like, my eyeshadow after, and I'll wipe away, like, the excess fallout, and then I'll go ahead and I'll put, like, concealer on just to kind of, like, hide whatever mess that I made or imperfections that are still kind of lingering after I am done with the look. That's kind of, like, my go-to. I know some people are a little more edgy, and they do their eyeshadow first, which kudos to them, because I can never. It's amazing that they can and that they're so confident, but I cannot.
So next what I do is I just take this small precision brush from e.l.f. and I went into this color right here called Chiffon, I don't know. And what I do is I just put it, like, in the middle of my eye, like, towards my top row of eyelashes, and then I'll put it in the corner of my eye as a highlighting color too.
It's also very hard not to mess with your hair. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M321 brush, and I like to take this brush because it's a little more precise, and I'll go ahead and, like, work a little more in the outer corner. The color that I'm going to do is a Cabernet, which is this one right there.
The reason that I put such a light color in the middle of my eye is I like to lighten up the middle, but then keep, like, the outside and the crease darker than the rest.
But yeah, like I said, like, we are just kind of testing the waters out with this. We definitely understand that this is not a super high quality video or anything like that. We're just kind of here to give our input and give, like I said, like, two very separate looks with the whole eyeshadow look. And we both have very different methods of doing our makeup as well. So I feel like that would be interesting. It really does not take me very long to do my makeup because...
Oh, I'm the opposite. It takes me... I could spend, like, 2-3 hours doing my makeup, honestly. I don't know why I get sidetracked a lot.
I do tend to find makeup to be very soothing, but again, we're also very into style and like hair treatments. If you can't tell, I have a lot of hair. I keep messing with it. I'm sorry.
Just recently chopped all of mine off.
Yes, Sam just cut like 10 inches off or something like that. It was insane. But yeah, we're definitely into stuff like that. And again, like, if you want to, like, leave a comment or something like that on what you would like to see, we're pretty much down for anything. So I mean, we, like I said, like, we're not, like, just trying to stick to the world of makeup or anything like that. We are gonna try and be open to skincare, hair care, do our research on some more like newer makeup, maybe like do some reviews, do some hauls, just stuff like that.
And then after I just kind of sloppily like put like the lighter color in the middle, and then I go with just the eye crease brush or like a blending brush that I already used that has still like a little bit of product left, and I just like to blend the colors in so it's not so messy.
I kind of do mine like I said, like very, very weird. Like I actually grabbed the smaller e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I'm digging back into the first color, Bliss, and I'm going under the crease that I just did with the darker colors, and I'm almost like tracing the outline of the crease and just kind of going over the lid from where I did not hit it with a darker color. Just that way it kind of creates a little more of an ombre effect for when I go and I put the shimmer on the lid. We also want to do like some makeup challenges, maybe like a 5-minute makeup challenge or something like that. Generally, I don't have much makeup on, but generally I take a lot longer on the face makeup than I do the eye makeup, because to me like a good contour or like a solid foundation is a lot more important than an eye look. That's just me personally. Like I know Sammy is super into the eye look, and
I like the main focus to be on my eyes because I think that I have pretty eyes, and then dark colors usually bring it out more, and then I feel like people focus more on my eyes than my face.
I'm the opposite. I generally try to have like a very flawless looking face. And I do like a really nice eye look. Like don't get me wrong, like I definitely like to have like a pretty good solid foundation for eyes. It's just more so important to me to have a solid foundation for the face. Again, like I don't have much makeup on right now, so it kind of does not apply, but for future references, I feel like whatever one of us seems to enjoy, the other one seems to like not dislike. Like I love doing eyeshadow, and I love watching like other YouTubers and beauty gurus and stuff like that do like these really elaborate eye looks and stuff like that. Like I appreciate it a lot. I just find myself to be a little better at like full face like beat makeup. Like that's just kind of like my forte. That's what I enjoy doing personally.
I love to do the eyes more than my face.
Like I live for a good highlighter. I just got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Emerald highlighter, and I am living. Like I also have the glow palettes and stuff like that from her, and they are so solid.
And as Alex has been talking, I have been putting this color right here, visible. I put it in the corner of my eye because the other color just wasn't popping enough for me. And then I also am putting it on my brow bone because I like to highlight my brow bone because I have really nice eyebrows. Self-promote.
So I'm actually about finished with my eye look because we have been boring you for like 19 minutes now. I am going to go ahead and dig into this color right here, which is Champagne. And I use this pretty much every time. I also like to use my finger to apply this because I feel like it's so pretty when applied with a finger. Sometimes I'll apply it with a brush, but it's definitely not as shimmery and not as pigmented.
Personally, I don't like applying makeup with my fingers. I like to do it with a brush, and I'll spray my brush. I just have this basic like e.l.f. makeup and setting mist that I'll use, and then I'll spray it on my brush, dip it into the color instead of using my finger.
I think that it applies a lot more pigmented, like I said, with your finger. But again, to each their own. Like I said, like we have very different styles of doing things. We have like very different styles of eye looks. So, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. So again, like I like to kind of apply the shimmer like this. And once I get done with the shimmer, I actually like to go over like the crease again, because sometimes when I apply with my finger, I feel like it looks just a little like dramatic, and I don't want to look like I'm like 4 and only like to use sparkles. So I apply just a little darker around the edges, because I'm not ridiculously skilled at doing eyeshadow, but I do love it, and I do know a lot about it. So there's that.
Alright, well I finished my eye look. It's pretty basic, only use like 4 colors today. Usually I'll use a little bit more, but I don't have that much like face makeup on, so I wanted to keep it a little bit more low-key on the eyes than what I normally would do.
Get a little closer so they can...
I don't know if you can really see, but that's the eyes.
And like I said at the beginning of the video, like I like to go ahead and apply. I use the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. I use the Light Natural. I'm pretty fair skin, but my eye look is done as well. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do tend to make a mess of pretty much everything that I do. So I do like to go over it again after I've kind of wiped it away with a little bit of concealer and pull it all together just like a little bit.
Usually I just do like my face makeup first, and right now I only have foundation on and of course like the eyeshadow, but if like there's a little bit of fallout or something, like I'll just take like a brush, wipe it away, and if I need to I'll take a beauty blender and just like blend it out if I need to.
So this is my finished look right here.
Hers is a lot more natural,
yeah,
and lighter, a little bit more low-key than mine.
I generally enjoy like a really like subtle but pretty shimmer kind of look, whereas as you can kind of tell in this video, again, we also know that it's pretty bad lighting, but you can kind of tell that hers is a lot more dark, a lot more bold, and it does bring out her eyes. Like she has some burgundy going on, and yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and
Hope to see you again.
Yes, leave some comments, leave some likes, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.